DrewWash, and I am here to talk about like returning the power to your small business, returning the power, like making small businesses like your towing company matter again. Just seems like, anyhow, I'm riled up and I decided, as you probably know, just a few days ago, like, hey, it's time for me to bring this fight to our team, to the towing community that's out there. And that's what this video is going to be about, is what is this fight that we're all up against? We're up against big business. We're up against government. We're up against all these things out in the world that are trying to take something that like we're working to build. And I think it's time that together as the Towing.com community, as the towing industry, we come together and fight the good fight. And we'll talk about this over the course of the broadcast. But first, who the heck's this guy? Well, in case you do not know, I am DrewWash. I am the creator and owner of Towing.com. And I'm the guy that in 2007 put my house on the line and flew out to California as a 20-something-year-old kid, you know, hands shaking with this check for as much as my house, and bought Towing.com. I bought Towing.com because I believed that a domain name like Towing.com should be in the hands of the small businesses of the industry it represents. Simple enough. Towing.com should have towing companies on it. It should benefit the small businesses, not just like somebody that can go out there like some giant business, buy Towing.com and use it for their own good, but instead it is meant to be used to benefit all of us. So I am a small business owner. The nice thing about Towing.com is you may think we are a big company, and the reason why you may think that is because Towing.com is such a great domain name, which is why I took that risk. I took it because we needed it. We needed it for us. So that is Towing.com. And I will tell you, small business, we're a small business on purpose. And we're a small business, and small business is important to me. The little guy is important to me. And that is why we work together to fight big business. And, you know, just like I bought Towing.com to build a better life for me, my family, those in my community, I know that you out there at some point went out and, you know, bought that first truck or made that first investment, took that risk to build the company that you're currently running, whether that's a single truck or a dozen trucks or, you know, a heavy duty truck that's a giant expense, or a light duty, or maybe just even a pickup truck with a wheel lift, whatever it is that you're out there scrapping with. I get it. We're in the same boat. We had a belief in ourselves and the idea that if we had a truck, if we had a domain name, if we just had that opportunity, we could build something amazing. And that's why you got that truck and you're out there scrapping. And unfortunately, that's the plan, right? That's the plan, is to believe in ourselves, do the hard work, and build our business. But unfortunately, as we all find out in any fight, it's not that easy, right? There's obstacles. Any fight has an opponent. And for us as small businesses, the opponents are big businesses that want to use your effort out there. You're out there risking and doing the work of clearing roadways and getting people, motorists, back in their cars. You're doing the work, and big business sits around trying to find out how to make as much money off of your effort as they possibly can, right? Does that make, like, do you feel that if you're out there, you know, dealing with Google, and you know, you deal with Google, and you're like, hey, you know, I'm gonna spend a lot of time. I'm gonna build a website. Which, do you have a website? That's one of the things that I'm kind of curious about. But you build this website and you're like, I'm gonna put it on Google, and it never shows up. And you're like, why doesn't it show up? You know, people are out there looking for your company, right? Why do they go to Towing.com or to Google.com? They go there looking for the service they need. They are looking for your company. And when you put that website out there or register your Google My Business account, it doesn't show up, right? Why doesn't it show up? Why doesn't, when you go out there and register, why doesn't it show up? Well, realistically, it doesn't show up because you haven't paid Google. You haven't paid Google. Google's free, right? It's free. No, it's like, if you want to do it, you're going to have to put the time in. You can pay them with time. You can pay them by going out there, registering, playing their games, doing all the search engine optimization checklists, all kinds of things to get your cut. You do the time, or you can pay the dime, right? You can pay up the money to hire a web company, a search engine optimization company, and you can pay them and they'll do the work, and hopefully you'll show up for that free Google business, right? That's kind of what you're like, you want to do the work or pay the dime and get the free business, put the truck to work, make your money, and build your own life. But no, you can also pay for clicks with them. Either way, your customers are out there and they are looking for you. They're looking to solve their problem. They're looking for a towing company. And Google says, hey, we're a tech company and we'll show you the way. It's your effort. Okay. As you know this, your heart feels that. And then you got, what else? You got government. I just was talking to a company in Maryland that was essentially saying a lot of the business that he's worked to develop, the efforts he puts forward to monitor roadways and things, to go out and win customers. The laws are changing, and he's going to be stuck doing a different form of business. Like the rules have all changed for his area. He said the county's coming in, they're going to, set their own rates and do a lot of the work on any of the public roads. Just like, I can't imagine, he's been in towing for such a long time and built his business, maybe like you have built your business, and then somebody comes along and changes the rules, the actual rules of the game that you've been playing. I mean, that's not right, right? That's a fight. That's something worth fighting against. Google trying to take that percentage of the business, whether it's your time, whether it's your money. Google's trying to take as much of your efforts as possible, the value you create in the world. And then the rules are changing as well. And then the internet itself, you may feel me on this, you may feel that the internet itself is, in fact, a trap. The internet's a trap. Facebook, Google, they're all trapping us. They said, get this website, they said, get a website, and with that website, customers can find you. It's going to serve your small business. Have you been told this lie? Like that a website's going to serve your small business. That's like, does your website serve your business? Not until you put the time into Google, put the money, like it's just, no, instead, if you want your website to serve your business, you have to put the time into submitting it to Google, making sure it's the right format, making sure, like, shouldn't it be as simple as like making sure your information gets to the customer when they're looking for your company? Yes, I think it is. And then, of course, one of the things I talk to towing companies and they tell me is the internet especially is full of scammers. Can't talk about scammers. Yeah, it's full of scammers. And the question is why are there so many scammers on the internet? And I have this idea here. This idea is that you, as a towing company, are out there working your butt off, looking for work to put your trucks to work, to make your revenue, to pay yourself, to provide for your family, to create your own dreams, to provide for the families of your employees. And while you're doing the effort that puts money in your bank account, while you're doing that work, other people can put up a website real quick, pay Google for an ad, and suddenly they're a towing company. And, it's kind of like, so they call your company a real company, and they call you and they say, hey, I need a tow. I'm broken down. I need you to come rescue me. Please, tower, come and help me out. And you're like, hey, I thanks for giving me a call. I am here to help. It's why I run my business. I got an ETA of about 45 minutes. And for that one, a couple miles away, or whatever, you're the rollout fee or whatever, it's going to be at least $100, probably $150 for this tow. And that person goes, whatever, that's too long, that's too much. And they hang up the phone. And what do? They look at one of those ads. They call the people that are out there that don't even run a towing company. Instead, they run a website. They want to run a website, and then they want to dictate to you your business. And you have to deal with this all the time. In fact, I just talked to a towing company in Maryland, and he was saying he's like taking down his website because all it does is lead to a bunch of brokers calling, a bunch of scammers, a bunch of price kickers, a bunch of all the things that I know you deal with every single day over and over. Because when I do get a hold of you, it's typically you look and you see a .com and you go, somebody else trying to do something, somebody else coming in then to take from me. And well, I get it. So with this fight, and I just want you to know, one of the biggest things that, one of the things that is most hurtful to me is, not hurtful, one of the lies that I've heard from towers, and lies that they tell themselves, I guess, more than anything else, is that because we're a .com, we get grouped in with those other companies. And I see comments all the time that are from companies that, that don't understand that a web company can actually be out to benefit them. So it's kind of one of those things no, that's definitely not us. We're your fight. I didn't put my house on the line to go out and create this business to help small businesses. Do people put their house on the line to scam people? I cannot imagine that's the case. That one fact, if you knew nothing else about it, seems like that would be help. But Towing.com is the front door of the towing industry. It is your website. Towing.com is the towing communities. Are you in the towing community? Then it is yours. I am just a steward. I'm just the guy that's running a business. It is a for-profit business, yes. And I am out there looking to use Towing.com and be a good steward of this website for the towing industry. So that's what we're out to do is so I come here saying, hey, we have a fight, but it's a common fight. It's a fight against all these outside big people that want into your efforts to take your value. And I'm saying, hey, I'm on your side. And Towing.com is that front wall. You're the one fighting in the trenches doing the work. We are just a public view of the towing industry. And let me pull up. Here we go. We'll get a little visual, change things a little bit up. And if you're just joining me, welcome. I see a few more coming in, and we're just here talking about keeping big business, keeping outside things out of your efforts, out of your pockets, and instead of the internet being this ridiculous thing that has come in and overtaken small business to where you're no longer just a towing company. Now you're a towing company that spends all your time on internet stuff. Well, instead of that being your reality, we want to talk about the fight to get back to you doing your great work and making your share of the funds and adding on just that. Towing.com is the front door of the towing industry. In fact, let me change this over to here, and you'll see Towing.com, we're direct up here. This is direct to you, right? This is your website. We're just the ones that took the risk, went out and bought it, and have been working since 2007 now, 2007 to build what you see here. So as you likely know, Towing.com it's a membership site. So hopefully you know this. We get every once in a while people asking us, are you a motor club? Are you, can you dispatch business, whatever? It's like, no, we're not a motor club. We're a website that helps get you direct business, that allows you to benefit from this thing called the internet. And well, in that case, they ask, do you charge, how much do you charge per call? It's like, oh, whoa, we do not charge per call. That's not what we do. We're not pay per call. We're not a motor club. In fact, you just literally featured members on Towing.com. They join as a monthly fee. So they pay a due to show up on Towing.com. That's all that is. I'm not here to talk about Towing.com though. What I want to do is talk about your small business and show you how, like, Towing.com benefits you, but Towing.com is not the internet, right? Towing.com is, it may be the front door to the towing industry, but we all know where people look for towing companies right now, and that is Google, right? They all look on Google. So the question is how are you? How's your business doing on it? So feel free to hit me in the chat. I want to make sure, like, how's Google working out for you? Like, is Google benefiting you? How much time do you spend operating on Google? Like, how much time do you spend on your SEO? How much money? Do you have a company out there? Feel free to do it. Yeah, and sorry, I should have been clicking on some of these chats here, and it's like, yeah, we don't do motor, like, let me just admit, like, motor clubs are very helpful to the consumers, absolutely. And I know that many of you likely use them for a good baseline of your business, if not all of it. I know a lot of companies that do only motor clubs, which that's great. Like, you're helping a lot of people, which is important, and hopefully you're making your dreams and things come true. But it's like motor clubs, there's some things that are really important to small business, especially things like marketing, like when the motor clubs, if you're only motor clubs, I get worried that the motor club, it dictates your, dictates the prices you charge, or you negotiate with them to charge pricing, pricing's important. Like, your expenses, when things are going well and bad. And then you have, just somebody else controlling the throttle of whether you even get the business, right? Like, you have, it's like, are you in the rotation? Are you not in the rotation? Are you in or are you out? I hear stories all the time of, companies that they were a top person in the rotation or in a motor club, and then something changed and voila, all the business is gone. And why is that an issue? It's only an issue if that was all your marketing. If you had said, hey, I'm not going to market, I'm not going to find business myself, I'm just going to nurture this relationship with this motor club. And then when that motor club changes something, you didn't have your marketing, and now they controlled such an important part of your business that you either lower your rates or do whatever you need to keep that business, or you get angry, or all the different things. Again, I know, unfortunately, that far too many of you in the chat and things have dealt with these things. So that's, long story short, yeah, we're not a motor club, and we don't do that. And I see several other people in the comments here agreeing and so on. And so I guess with all those problems, does it even matter to have a website for a towing company? That's a good question, right? It doesn't matter. Like, how many of you out there have websites? I see Oscar out there. I'm not sure if that was in regards to, do you have a website? But do you have a website? Do you even go down that battle of getting a website, getting it optimized, so in fact, on that note, yes, it does matter to have a website, in my opinion. I think you do need a website. And in fact, Towing.com, let me just share this. This will be the first time I'm actually sharing this. And that's Towing.com, the featured membership, which is $99 per month. is going to be now called the Ultimate Membership, the Ultimate Package. And as of November 1st, that Ultimate Package, $99 per month, is going to include a free website. So it's going to be a free website. And here's the cool thing, the battle that we're doing against these big businesses. They said that your towing company needs to have a domain name and it points to your website, and then you need to have somebody handle your website, and then you have the website, and the next thing you need to do is you need to get it optimized, and you need to always play these games to get it to show up on Google. And if you don't do that, you can always pay Google per click, per call. And yes, believe it, Google is going to ask you for a percentage of your revenue that comes through Google as of some point. Let there be no mistake, but per click, per call is already how you get that website that somebody told you you needed to show up in Google. You have to put in all that time, all that effort. So Towing.com is going to, as of November, that $99 Ultimate Package is going to give a free website. So you'll be able to take your domain name. Do you have a domain name? Hopefully you do. Hopefully you even have a website. You're going to be able to point your domain name to some different settings on Towing.com, and you're going to get a website included in your membership. And are we increasing prices? No, we don't increase prices. The whole purpose of what we do, and this is really important actually. So I have here, what's this? Yeah, Mr. Benjamin Franklin here, who said, like, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so what we've done with Towing.com, this free website, is you're going to point that domain name, which hopefully you have over on GoDaddy or somewhere, it'll point to us. It will show essentially the profile on Towing.com. So let me pull up a Towing.com. I'm just going to, anybody want to toss out a zip code or your company? I'm just going to do 45215. My local zip here. And I can check, so what I'm doing here is I'm just pulling up Towing.com, did a search in my local area. Millennium's one of the local companies. If you're joining us here, nice to have you. So what is going to happen is with this new membership thing, because yes, you should have a website, and two, you shouldn't have to, so let me pull this back a little bit. You shouldn't have to, by getting a website, have to spend now a bunch of time and money on getting that website to benefit your company. Does that make sense? Like, the internet matters to your company, and that fact should not result in you building a website and needing to put a bunch of time and money into getting that website one fact cannot lead to something that requires you to hand a bunch of money over to Google. Is realistically what it comes down to. And what we're doing with this free website, so this right here will become a version of your website. So, but all that stuff up there, all the Towing.com logo, all that stuff's going to go away. It's not going to mention Towing.com at all, because you're the hero. You're the guy that's out there doing the work. We are not here to pull out of your pockets or to benefit from your labor. We're here to share a site with you, to share a domain name, and we are here to take it to where, this Benjamin Franklin here, this $100, this $99 that you pay us each month, instead of thinking of it as an advertisement or paying per call, you are essentially paying to be part of a community that owns Towing.com and $1 million worth of domain names, and me and my programmers upstairs. And essentially what we do is we become your employees. We're your IT department in many ways. And what we do is we sit around, how can we program things? How can we create things to benefit the small businesses that are on our website for this? Like, how much does an IT even guy cost? I can tell you they're very expensive because I got a couple of them upstairs, but you don't have to pay for IT guys. You don't have to, with this new feature, you're going to get a website. It's included. So my guys upstairs that cost me a bunch of revenue, and our members are already paying for it, paying for the revenue that pays these salaries. Those guys are creating a way for all of our members, these $99 a month members that are standing up already for the independent towing company for direct business. Those members are creating a way to have a free website. And it doesn't mean, and we don't raise the price when we add that. It still just remains $99 per month. Like, so does that, so let me go a little deeper into that actually. So even though the membership got better, even though Towing.com memberships got better, and it provided and is going to provide, this is as of November 1st, and let me actually add to this. We are going to, as of November 1st is when we are planning on launching the free websites. So that's an important thing. So November 1st, we're looking to launch these free websites for any of our members, the $99 ultimate package, if you've signed up on Towing.com. So basically, if you're paying $99 or you have that featured, the top tier package currently, that $99 package, you will get a free website as of November 1st-ish. We're trying to shoot right at the beginning of November. And the website is just the web hosting and all that stuff. So if you have a current domain name, which you should, because you can just go to GoDaddy and get one, and that's your internet address, we're just going to show you how to point that to this new system that's going to give you this and show this free website. And then that free website, you know, what did I already say? I said, if you have a website, the tough part is then suddenly you have to spend all this time and effort on your website. No. Here's the thing that we're going to do. On Towing.com, the free website, let's say you come into your Towing.com membership. So this is just for membership. Ultimately, if you are not a Towing.com member, perfectly fine. You can be just registered or a lower membership level. If you don't need a website, that's fine. There's packages for it. I just want to share, though, things. If you do get a website, regardless of if you're a Towing.com member, you have to go and update it. And that's a big pain. So you may be out there right now dealing with the fact that you have this website that never gets updated. It never really, you never get to use it, right? You have a website, you've put the time in at some point, and now you don't actually benefit from that website all that much. So you don't have to be a Towing.com member to have that and to understand that. And why is it? Why don't you benefit from updating your website? Because it's expensive. You either have to go pay the person that built it to do it, or you have to wait for their schedule to come around, or you have to just updating your website's a pain in the butt is what I'm saying. But that's one of the things that's going to happen here with Towing.com is when we have this here, this is the Towing.com profile. It'll be very similar to this. The website will be your logo, your photos, your images of trucks. And yes, this is one of the things we will talk about is the images, adding images. That is the Facebook trap, which we're going to talk about here in just 1 minute. Facebook, Instagram. I'll talk to you about that trap that they are up to. But these are your images, your information. They have a YouTube video here and some different content. If you want to update your website, instead of dealing with the pain, the struggle, like the pain in the butt of dealing with this whole internet stuff and having to call up the person that does it or pay them extra, you'll log into your Towing.com profile and just change it there. So if you have different October hours, I know on our website, our site traffic on Towing.com is the summer is always like through the roof. So there's a lot of towing companies that are primarily like summer businesses, and they're just seasonal businesses. This may be yours, and you maybe change your hours and you go from being a 24/7 type place during the summer to being more of a set hours in the fall, and you want to come in, you want to change your hours. How would you do that currently in whatever you're doing? How would you show that your hours have changed? Well, for you, that would probably involve maybe calling up your web guy, asking them to change it, and then you got to go change it over on Google and just you have to go do a bunch of work just for something that should be simple, right? It should be simple to update your hours, whatever. But yeah, of course, on Towing.com, over there where it says the hours, it says currently, Friday hours, 24 hours. You want to update that. You log into your Towing.com, you click on hours, you update your hours, and what it will do is it will update your Towing.com profile, and it's going to also update your website. So, this idea, I believe that back in the day, when the internet came about, small businesses like me, I was super excited for the internet because I thought it offered an opportunity for us to compete in a new way, to gain an advantage. And we were just sold this like thing where it's going to be super easy and stuff. But even the easiest of websites is more complicated because it takes you away from your business, your towing company, you doing what brings you revenue. If that can't be a simple thing, if you can't just like sit waiting for the next call doing what you need to do, then is it even serving you? And the answer is no. Like local businesses like your towing company have been left behind by the internet. They may act like they care about you only because they want you to generate revenue for their company, but they're not actually serving you. They're serving themselves. And that's actually what I call the Facebook, Google trap. It's a trap by big business to get you to serve them. Not just paying them money, but I'll show you a little bit here in a second. We'll get to that question that Nikki was asking about being able to add photos. There's a trap that happens on the internet that serves big business that lets you like not only just hand advertising revenue to these big companies like Google and Facebook, but also hand over your content and hand over your time, which, oh my goodness, let me just share with you how horrible that is. But let me just say, Towing.com membership, your profile, when you want to update something, you update it on your membership, your Towing.com profile, and it's going to instantly change your website or nearly instantly change your website. So that's one of the things that is going to happen there. So now let me get over to Nikki's question, which was, will I be able to add photos daily? And this is exactly the Facebook, Twitter, all these different medias out there. Let me show you what happens here. I guess I need to share out my screen. So I don't actually know what's going to happen. Hopefully this is it. But you can do this right now. Go into Google and search for your company's name. I've not tried it on Millennium here, so it's not like I tested this. I know that this happens okay, it does. Here's what happens for your company. This is the Facebook Google trap that happens. Luckily for Millennium, they're showing up. We searched for their towing company name. I literally came in, I needed a towing company. I searched for a towing company by name on Google, and luckily in this case, Millennium does show right on top. But do this with your company name, and you'll find that this is, you'll find in most cases, it's not you who the people are looking for that are showing up on top. You'll have the Google stuff, of course, which luckily, again, Millennium does show up there. But this is what I want to show you. This right here. This is Millennium's Facebook page. And one of the things about the internet that they did not, that's been tricked, we've been kind of fooled into this, is this idea of it's going to be easy. But we already found out like updating our own website is a pain in the butt, right? Like it's you have to call somebody, you have to pay somebody. And yes, even if Towing.com adds this new feature in November to where just you log into Towing.com and you can update your website, the question is, will you do that or will you continue to post to Facebook? So one of the nice things that we will be able to do, we will not have it November 1st. You can log in and upload photos, but a lot of people fall for this trick right here. And this is like, Facebook going to Facebook. Like they're going to do what it is that they're going to do. But what they do brilliantly is they use search engine optimization. Like, they know it better than you, right? You're a towing company. You have a day job. You have to go out and make the freaking money. But Facebook has people just sitting around thinking about search engine optimization. And that's why they show up when people are looking for you. They're finding Facebook, right? They're finding your profile on Facebook, and you think, oh, that's nice. Facebook shows up when people look for us, and I can just post stuff there. And what you will find is Facebook makes it really easy to submit images, to do posts. You can post stuff to Facebook super easy. So Nikki was looking to be able to post photos daily, and yes, we want to. We're going to create that kind of feature out in the future. We have a bunch of things that I know you want on your website, and we want to allow you to do that. But Facebook gets the content, and that's one of the things is content matters to the internet. Like, content is everything to your small business. And realistically, though, it's a pain in the butt for you to create web content. Like, you can do it, but if you want to get it out on the internet, getting on your websites, that's a nightmare. But here's the thing. Let me pull up something. SEO. Let me share out my screen here so you can see this. I'm just doing a search for SEO checklist. So SEO is search engine optimization. And just so you know, I'm giving you kind of the kings, the keys of the kingdom. This is the behind the scenes stuff. This is how we problem solve this stuff. I don't want this to be about Towing.com. I want this to be about you. So I'm trying not to hide information. I want you to have the information. So what I'm doing, just searching for an SEO checklist here. And let's go, this is a MailChimp SEO list. I've never seen this before, unfortunately. But here's what I'm getting at. I know what's going to be on this list. What's going to be on this list is you're going to have a well-formatted website. And it's one of the most important pieces of, it's funny, the top things here that they're talking about to generate visibility and to do well in the search engines is update your Google My Business profile. So you want your website to show up well? One of the most important things you can do is do something else on Google. It's like insane. The first 2 or 3 of them are nowadays all about Google. It's not even about you anymore. It's your website, your business, but these big businesses don't even make it about you. But it is. You're the important one out here. Let's see here. My goodness, this list is not clean. But here's what I want to show you. These right here, you can see them. So this one here, you need to have clean site structure. That's one of the things that a website needs to have. It's called a search engine friendly website. That means you need to have clean format. It needs to load quickly. It needs to have a structure that's helpful to the user and so on. That's what this is referring to. So that's the first thing you have to worry about with SEO. Of course, the Towing.com websites, this is a priority for us. But this second one here, can you read that one? Here it is. Sorry, oh my gosh, it's so much text. Feature substantial content. The number 2 most important thing to rank well in Google, number 2 most important thing is content. Yet the world has made it to where, even though content is important for ranking on Google, adding content to your website's a nightmare, right? Like, we've already talked about this. It's a nightmare. You don't want to go and add content to your website. So Facebook, the Facebook Google trap is they make it easy for you to log in and just upload image. Right? Here's the job I just most recently did, or things like that. And next thing you know, they have all the content, and now they rank for your company. And it's only a matter of time probably before that call button or that click to your website and stuff. Facebook, well, 1, they make money off their ads, right? But then 2, do you trust Facebook to always represent you and not charge you, I mean, eventually that call button is going to be pay them for that call button to call you. It may be a while, hopefully not. I hope that that doesn't go that way. Long story short, your website should be the easiest place to upload content. It should be easy and it should benefit you, not Facebook. You spending time on your content, you spending time, like if you want to do the awesome thing and like, hey, here's something I did today, boom, check out this scene or whatever it is, helped out this nice family, take a selfie, and you want to post that out there because it's good for your marketing. You should definitely do that. Like get fresh content on your website often. But if you want to do that right now, you don't post it to your website, you post it to Facebook, and then Facebook benefits it. So just know that that's a game. That's the trap. Is you want to post that stuff to your website. It benefits you when you do that to your website. And I do highly recommend if you're able to take selfies out there with the customer and be like, boom. I did that just recently. I locked my stinking keys in my car, and I may run Towing.com, but I'm a computer nerd, right? I don't have a lockout kit. I don't know how to get in my own car, so had to call a local towing company, of course, from Towing.com, and they came out and got me back in my car. But I was like, hey, took a selfie. So out on my Twitter somewhere, there's it's like, take a selfie if they're willing to. Hey, can I get a photo with you to show the job and on our website? Absolutely, they'll love to do that. And social proof is an important piece of your marketing. Just so you know, social proof, put a face to it. Your customers, as often as they're willing to do it, make it a part of your business. So, but if you can update your own website, if that's not a big chore, you can put it on your website, and then it can benefit you, and your website can rank better, and you can get that free business from Google. So, okay. And yes, we are going to, this November 1st update, when we first launched this new website feature for Towing.com members, it's not going to be a tool. We are going to create a way for you to upload and post essentially social posts to your profile, to your Towing.com, to your website. So that's going to happen as well. So it's just, I only got 2 coders upstairs. They will get there. We'll get those features, but you get to choose the features, though, right? This is important. Like, let me reiterate this too. You get to choose the features for your Towing.com, like for your profile, for your website. You pay us $99 a month. That pays our salaries. You recommend the features, and you say, here's what my company needs. Here's what my towing company needs. I want the internet to do this for my company. You share that with us. We get it scheduled for development or start to figure out how we can do that for you and all of the Towing.com community. And now the entire community is benefited, and it doesn't cost anything more. If at all possible, we hold prices. Like it's important for you to know, like we hold the price. It's just a membership fee. There's not a per call, per click, per order type thing with us. Our goal is to keep $99. So for less than $100, like you're getting the internet. Like you're getting the benefit for your small business of the internet. Or think of it as for $100 a month, you're hiring me and my team to work on internet stuff for you. So I believe that probably is pretty clear. I hope that is clear. Like $100, like I assure you, we're expensive people. The key thing is what we do is to benefit everybody. So right now out on Towing.com, let me pull this up real quick. So right now on Towing.com, some of the things we've already done, important things like that we've done to add, we have questions and answers. So you may see on Google, in fact, we just saw them just a moment ago when we were looking at, we did a search for SEO checklist. Google always shows content on Google. They essentially pull it and then display it, and you don't get credit for it or whatever else. We created a system, and that's what this is here. You can go into Towing.com and answer questions that customers are asking. So customers, your customers. So let me specify that. Your customers, those who need towing services that have found Towing.com, they ask questions. You come and can answer those questions, and then we use that around the website to benefit you, so you can have the authority and the validation of being like a featured towing company on Towing.com. You're featured on Towing.com. And now you can also show that you are an expert, that you are answering the questions and representing the towing industry via Towing.com. So how much do I charge for tow trucks and so on? And what happens is this content's around the site. It's various places around the site. You'll be able to see these questions. This has been around for a while, and quite a bit of, you see 51 answers. Towing companies have answered 51 times that top one. So, but that was a request. So people started to see the FAQs and the questions on Google, and they're like, hey, we want to do that. So we had some conversation, which was like, hey, let's create a system to do that. And we did that. Same with the website. Hey, I want a website, but it's a pain in the butt to do. Came to us, and we've painstakingly worked for many months now and are so excited to have the website system come together. In fact, let me ask you this. You may be wondering, how do I get this? How do I get involved in this website process? We are going to be looking. So if you're still with me right now on this stream, this is important. This is worth it all for you. If you're a featured member on Towing.com, so you're one of those $99 a month customers, or you want to sign up, do that. Let me know that you saw this message on this live stream. We are looking for up to 10 companies to be beta testers. So just to kind of help us set up this system. So you'll have a website even sooner. So you will help us, you will help the towing community, and you'll have a website even sooner. We'll show you how to point your domain name over to the new website and so on. When the system is launched, November 1st is for everybody, but we'll be testing for a few weeks prior to that. So you want that head start, you want it out there, you want to help improve the towing industry and towing websites. So that's one of the ways you can do it. Let me know. Just you can tweet at me, you can respond to the emails you've received, get a hold of me, say, hey, Drew, I want to be one of the beta companies, and you are welcome to that. Up to 10, the first 10 companies will do that for. So just keep that in mind. And so if you have a website and you want to change it, we can point your domain name over it. You want a new website, go get another domain name. You can do that. So one of the things you might be asking, I know a lot of you out there have already fantastic websites. It's kind of like, well, I don't need the website. That's fine. Towing.com always and will continue to benefit your towing company if you already have a website. That's great. There's a lot of great services out there like OMG, towing websites, these Lyft marketing. They already do great custom websites for towing companies. So absolutely use them. But if you don't want to spend the money or are not there yet in your company, you're a 1-2 truck operation, and you want the web to really be simple, you don't have somebody hired or whatnot, this is perfect for you. So make sure you're ready for that. And I'm just going to say, like, you still benefit from this over here, like this link from Towing.com to your website, that is going to give you some search engine juice and benefit your website. You don't have to have a Towing.com website. That's not any kind of requirement. So in fact, in the new system, as we get going, if you don't need a Towing.com website, you already have one, you don't want to change it, you'll be probably not the ultimate package. You'll be able to go with, I think it's going to be the gold package. So yeah, so some change is going to happen there. And there are some other features. I won't mention them yet because they're not going to be ready for November 1st, but we're going to be working with all your companies out there. We're going to be working with, OMG and towing websites, and we're going to be providing them a way to pull the information from Towing.com, but it's not going to be ready November 1st. So I can't really tell you that it's going to be, but essentially if you have a great website already, they'll be able to pull some data in through a Towing.com API, a bunch of geeky, techy stuff, and essentially your website will be able to update even if it is something through a custom design. So that'll be down. Let me go back to Nikki in a comment that she has here, and she's saying, I'm Paul, Nikki, I guess I shouldn't assume female. I actually know a male Nikki, but anyhow, Nikki, let me see. She's saying one wrong thing, Google suspends your account and Google, like you lose it, right? That is 100% true. Like if you build, same with motor clubs, that's the same kind of thing. Like motor clubs, they control the marketing, they control the business to your company. If you build on that ground, you don't control. You're not the solid foundation. They are. They can take it. Same with Google. You build on Google My Business, one wrong move or whatever else, like boom, they take it. Same with Facebook. That beautiful profile that shows up really high for your company. I know all kinds of guys that get banned and put in Facebook jail and things. You know who owns that Facebook stuff? Facebook. Like Facebook owns it. And make no mistake, those big businesses don't care about you. You as a small business to those big businesses, you represent like a challenge. Their challenge is to figure out how they can get the most out of your pocket as possible. That is why we really, really that's why we keep it to a monthly fee. Our motivations are aligned with yours. Towing.com membership is aligned with your interests. You don't pay us more. So we don't have an incentive to go. I've heard of pay-per-click companies that have like faked phone numbers and things, done all kinds of like shady stuff because they got paid per call. And if they put your phone number out there, they benefit from your company's name, and you have to pay them for calls that they generate. It just the craziness. And why do they do that? Those companies do that because they're incentivized with a pay per call. They make money when they're called. If we generate 1 billion calls, if you are the most popular towing company ever on Towing.com, you don't pay more than $99. $99 is your price. If you get zero, $99 is your price, but you still get all these other benefits of Towing.com. So just keep that in mind. Like you're building, Towing.com is solid ground, as solid as it can be. And if I can have it my way in the future, if the technology allows me to, we'll put it in control of you. We will put it in control of members because it's your site. It's your site. Like I said, I'm just a steward of it. I'm just the guy that I want your small business to be successful. I want your efforts. I want your efforts, not even so much your small business. I want your efforts. When you were working, when you were scrapping, that should matter, and it should allow your company to win. And that's what we're out to do with Towing.com. Effort wins. The best brand wins. The best business wins, not because they paid more, because that's the thing. You can't pay us more. Like there is no next level. You are essentially flat ground, even territory. May the best company win. The closest company is who shows up on top, right? Like so go scrap. This is business, folks. It's business. I don't want you out there. This is business. I want to make money. You want to make money, and we want to make it because we made it. Like we did the work. So, okay. Let me see if I got all the chat and things. I want to make sure that I got it. When you're finished posting your website, you can share that to Facebook driving. Yeah, and that's okay. Let me share this out. I should have just clicked on it. So, Coaster G is saying, so here's how I take this. Instead of you sending stuff to Facebook, you linking to Facebook, Facebook should be sending content to you, sending traffic to you. So you put your domain name, you put it up on Facebook, the traffic comes to you, the search engine optimization goes to you, and Facebook is like your pawn. You're like, dance for me, puppets. So yeah, put Facebook to work for you, not the other way around. Get that traffic over to your website. And the nice thing is, here's the beauty of what we're building. Uh, if you're tired of Towing.com, it's month to month, no contract, has been since 2007. When you get tired of us, you can move your domain name. It's your domain name, right? That's like your internet address. You can just point it to a custom website or something. You don't have to keep it pointed to us. So that's like an important, it's your domain name. That's, some people have asked actually, are we going to, in fact, my team was asking, are we going to provide a way for them to register a domain name? It's like, no. A domain name. So why did I value domain name like Towing.com? Like, why did I value that so much? And I put my house in the line and got it to share it with you. Well, because I know that domain names matter. Domain names matter to your small business. It is your internet address. Like, what do they say in business? Like the top, what matters to retail businesses and stuff, restaurants, location, 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 right? That's the physical places. Your physical address matters to your small business. So as a towing company, you probably want to be visibility on roads or highways. Makes sense, right? That's your address. You want your address to benefit you. Same thing happens in the internet, and far too often, we don't think about it as your internet address. It is literally your internet address. That's how I know Towing.com had the value. That's why I took that risk. It wasn't a guess. I knew it mattered because I know every towing company out there would love to own Towing.com, TowingCompany.com, TowingCompanies.com, AutoTowing.com, all of which we own and use for your benefit as a Towing.com member. But we know those sites, those domain names have value because we know everybody would love to own them and be the towing company in their area. So get a domain name. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, but get a clear domain name and then use that as your internet address. Treat it as you would if you had the corner lot of the most popular road in your city. Treat it like as such. Like you want to, that should be on your ads. It should be on your business cards. It should be everywhere. It should be on your Facebook profile. Your Google My Business thing should be linking to you. Like you need to own that traffic because that's part of your business. It's part of your identity, your brand. Put it to work. It's how the internet's supposed to work for you. And it all depends on having a domain name. I am a domain name guy. So I can advise you if you're want to know if your domain name is good enough, let me know. I love domain names. I own 1,000 different great domain names. And yeah, so I know domains. I'm happy to advise and help you out with that. And also just along with that, one of the things I had mentioned is how Towing.com is going to change the world. Towing.com, what we are building here together, thousands of towing companies working together, to build this community for towing companies, it has led to something that is going to change the world. This idea that small businesses will be able to control and own the internet again, this is going to change the world. And it comes from you. It comes from the towing industry. And what we've done, what I've done in my company is I've bought other small business industries. And what we've done here together, we are going to duplicate in other industries to help small businesses out. So you have great, you've led to some really great things. So I'm very grateful for the towing industry. And essentially it's going to save small businesses. It's going to bring back and we can build again instead of so many companies are going under. So let's change this. Let's change this trend. Nikki, I appreciate your chat and your questions. I keep them coming. I am here to serve. Are you doing organic and SEO? Or just SEO. So SEO to me means search engine optimization. It is referring to organic. To do paid stuff, my goodness, the idea of having to work to pay them, it just is. But no, we are not. We don't do. We do for one what we can do for all. So our websites, the websites we are building, they are going to be fundamentally set for SEO and so on. So they're going to have the right format. They're going to have the right speed, the right characteristics to help them be search engine friendly and to have you in a position to be search engine optimized. But the keywords and the content that's going to appear on your website, that's up to you. Like there'll be some baseline stuff, but showing up and doing the optimization of certain keywords and things, that's going to be you. But the nice thing is it's going to be easy to do, right? It's going to be, you want to change your block of content, you want to add and do the tech. If you want to get crazy with SEO, you'll be able to through your website. We won't do it. We just set up the system for you to do it. But for the most part, our hope is, and my belief is in most areas, I just did this crazy drive from Texas back to Cincinnati and passed through a lot of rural areas where there's a lot of, one towing company every 40 miles or something. And it's like for those companies, the internet doesn't even, there's nobody else around. Maybe that's you. Maybe your towing company, there's no one around. So you're the only game in town. Can the internet benefit you? Absolutely, but only if it's simple, only if it fits with what you're doing. I mean, they right now, that phone number on that big billboard outside, which it's a phone number, not a website. If it was their website instead, they would be able to, answer the question of, do you do this? Do you provide this service? Which FAQs will be able to be on your website. So on the website, it will help these small, the one guy in town, the internet will be able to serve again. I don't know if it ever did, but the internet will serve your business. But yeah, and that stuff, everything we do is putting it out onto the search engines. So hopefully that answers your question. Our goal is to help you, to help the towing community, all of our featured members especially. We are out to help you use the internet to win. This has been our goal since we got started. We want to use the internet to help your company win. So the work that we do is all about you. And this has actually been one of the things that has made it really difficult to explain what Towing.com does, because a lot of people, they see Towing.com and they think it's about us, but it's not. Towing.com is not about us. Towing.com is 100% about you. You show up on the site, your content, your effort benefits you on Towing.com. And so when we do these websites, we are telling the search engines, there's a bunch of technical stuff, but your website will be where we say the content comes from. And if somebody out there that does SEO is watching this, you'll know it's a canonical tag. It's basically saying the content of this website comes from somewhere, and we are going to be telling the search engines it's coming from your website. This is an important thing. Like what you'll find about Facebook, Google, and nearly every website out there that ever mentions your website, their goal is to gather. They want it to be about them. Where our goal, we have no incentive. You pay us the same amount no matter what, right? So we don't need the traffic to come to us. We don't need the traffic to come to Towing.com. We want the traffic to come to members, right? I want the traffic that we are able to generate to go to you. It's not about Towing.com, it's about you. So when we go back to, I feel like I'm backing this up quite a bit. But when we did that search for Millennium Towing, for example, you might think, oh, well, Drew wants Towing.com to show up here. And that's not it at all. Millennium's a featured member. I want their website. I want this here. I want, I want this website that shows up here. I want that to rank well in the search engines. I want Millennium to kick ass in the internet, right? That's what I want them to win. So Millennium doesn't win when Towing.com shows here. Like they might, but I'm searching for Millennium Towing. Millennium Towing should show up. So what we do is very much, it's about you. It's us telling the search engines, hey, go to Millennium Towing online. So that's like I don't know, if we were to have a drink together, just trust me, like that's a big deal. Other internet companies don't do that stuff. They want it to be about them. It's very much what we do is about you. It's how we do things. So I'm proud to see Millennium that that are showing up number one. So I like to think that we help them do that. We're not the hero in this story. You are the hero. Your towing company is the hero of the story that we're all sharing, this fight that we're in, this fight against big businesses, this fight against Google and Facebook and the governments and things. Like, how do we do this together? We come together as a community. We compete. We're businesses. It's what we do. We compete. But hey, we can work together, and that's my role. That's what I own. I own Towing.com to facilitate us working together to benefit all of us. So there you go. Okay, well, it's been an hour. I want to make sure that I've answered the questions and got to the things that I have wanted to do. I've talked about our fight against small business, Goliath, David versus Goliath, small businesses versus big business. It's what we're out to do. How do we do that? We come together as a community that wants the internet to be simple and benefit us, right? We want the internet to be something that gives us power over the internet. We want the control. We're small businesses. Just because we're small doesn't mean we're less about what we're building. Like, this is my building. This is what we're building. I get the heart of that. And we want that to be the way the internet is. It's about you. Okay. So this is our fight. It's not about Google. It's not about Facebook. They make it about them. It's about you. And that's what we're out to do. So we've talked about the fight. We've talked about the new features coming up on Towing.com. So amazing things coming up. The new website feature is it, right? I'm going to show you. You can point your domain name. You can go get a domain name right now or whenever. You can point that domain name to this new system, and your website it'll be a website. You'll control it through your Towing.com ultimate package, web package. So you change it. Here's how the internet should work. You log into Towing.com because you're a towing company, and Towing.com is the community, the front door of the towing industry. You log into the front door of the towing industry because you're a towing company, and you log in and, hey, you need to update some information about your company, right? You need to update your hours. You need to post about the current job that you just did or whatever it is. You log in, you post it, and now it shows up on Towing.com. Shows up on your Towing.com profile and on the other towing websites that are in the Towing.com network. But then it also shows on your website. Like, that's what we're working towards. Like, you're going to do one thing that makes sense once, and then it's going to pass over to your profile, to your website. We make it search engine optimization, so it shows up in the search engines. Let's make it simple. Let's make it serve us. That's what I'm out to do. So we talked about that website. As you can see, I'm a little fired up about what we're doing. And the cool thing is, it doesn't, if everybody is already a member, we make nothing off it, but the site does get better every single time a new member joins. So please join the community if you have not as a featured member. How can you do that? Let me take the moment and give the plug. How can you become a Towing.com featured member? Just go to Towing.com. And when you're on Towing.com, you'll see the link for join. I guess I need to share this out. So let me start that over again. So to become a Towing.com member, what you will do is go to Towing.com, and you will just click this link down here that's behind me. Beep, right there. Okay, click on that join link, and that is going to take you here. And to join it, to build your company, right? This is what we're out to do. We're build your company, and let's cut big business out of your towing company. You just come here and add your company. And if you've already been on Towing.com in the past, or if you're a registered company and want to upgrade, what you will do is just start typing your information, and you should see it show up down here. And you can just log into you need to log into your company profile that exists, if one exists, and you can upgrade right there. You'll be able to upgrade your company to a featured company. And then, as I mentioned earlier, 10 companies. I'm looking for up to 10 companies that have that featured account. If you're willing to help us out, help the towing industry, help the world change to benefit small businesses again, we're looking for up to 10 companies to become featured members, or if you are a featured member, basically join our beta program. So this is just, we're testing things out. So you're going to get a website, and you point your domain name to where we tell you. When we tell you, don't get crazy yet. We'll give you some instructions. But if you're accepted into the beta program, essentially what will happen is you will help us get this system ready for everybody else. And if you're just waiting for it to be done, November 1st. November 1st is when we are going to be launching this new feature to give every featured ultimate package Towing.com member a free website. So big things coming, and we're excited to be able to do it, to be able to serve your small business. Towing.com is a small business too. Towing.com is a small business. In fact, chances are we might be smaller than your towing company. In fact, it's me. I got 2 coders upstairs, 2 programmers, one of which is my best friend from high school. I work with my friend. My wife, Crystal, is who handles, bookkeeping and so on. I handle marketing. I'm also a programmer myself. I have another friend, Kate. Kate. She's dodging hurricanes down in Florida right now. But Kate is a friend who went to the same high school as me as well. We're a small business. Carol is my mom, and she helps out with some of the accounts as well. Basically, what it comes down to is, and we have lots of. Our team is a 9-person team, small business. It doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be mighty. We are your reinforcements. We are here to back you up. We are here for our featured Towing.com members. So if you have any final questions, make sure you get them into me. So here's how this will work. If you are watching this on Restream, I will not see your chat. So you'll just want to comment under the video. Just comment. We will be monitoring them. And I do hope to. Let me know if this is of interest to you. I would like to do more frequent live streams. If there's enough interest and there's enough comments, I don't mind doing this. This is me coming here. I spend my entire life working on Towing.com and internet stuff and internet marketing. I'm happy to do what I can to share my expertise with you. So if you have something that's plaguing you, you have questions, feel free to ask them. So, an hour of talking. I guess it's time to call that quits. Hour of talking. I guess on that note, it is about time to call things quits. I don't see any new questions coming in. Let me just scroll up. I think I have covered everything I've wanted to. I do appreciate you being here with me. Thanks for joining me here as we've looked at Towing.com featured membership, as we have talked about small businesses battling big business, cutting them out of it, giving the power back to you to use the internet, to treat Facebook and Google as your pawn, as your employee, instead of the other way around, which right now we know how they treat us. And then together, through capitalism, through business, we can even have our influence over government. We can cut the scammers out, because if we're a community, we can help to avoid the bad players that appear. So this is a community, and we're here to serve you. So I'm happy to do these more frequently in the future. Ask your questions, whether you're watching on Restream or want to email me, and I will bring this to the world on whenever the next live stream is. Also, if you'll be in Baltimore here in a month, see you there as well. Hope to see you. We're excited to go back. So, okay, well, just a few. Nikki, appreciate you being here. Coaster G, Matt, saw you, appreciate you. Oscar, thanks for coming by, and thanks for being a member in Sun Valley, California, Right Away Towing. We appreciate you. And Strausser's Towing. Strausser's, I appreciate you. Oh my goodness, 20 plus years. That's awesome. In fact, the crazy thing is we have lots of Towing.com members that have been with us since the beginning. So I think we have 127 companies, 127 towing companies that have been with us for more than 10 years, month to month, like they pay like. So thank you so much for being featured members. We appreciate it. My family appreciates it. My employees appreciate it. So I am Drew Wash, owner and creator of Towing.com. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next time on the Towing.com industry live stream. Thanks for joining. I will see you then.